Nice. Audio seems okay. Let's just check YouTube here, because YouTube likes to be weird. Okay. There we go. Let's wait 1 second here. Could do a couple things with this. Which I should already have. Okay. Heads, lights, and effects. It's gonna go right there. Okay. Obsidian enhanced. And then we got. Ooh, did I? Alright, so Vivid's installed. Cool. Put that above. Weather above landscapes. Alright. Don't need that. Good desk Cassie. And engine fixes. Since those aren't really going to matter. I'm trying to think of what else is possible here that I'm going to need. This is just base testing. I don't need any LODs or anything like that. Hey, Strudel. Okay. So let's see. Artificial patch. I'm doing it at a base level for you. Okay, so you said you had no snow. Obsidian weathers, enhanced lights and effects. I'm going to run alt start, obviously, because I don't want to do the carriage right in as much as I like it. Nothing else. The script extender, but it's how I always run the game. I just have to remove my ENB files, so like my cache, my series, my local ini, and my series ini. And I can go back to this for my game, that's not a problem. But I just want to see if I'm going to get the same thing that you were getting. So let me delete, these are the ones from Cathedral and Semi-Realist for my character. Unfortunately, I only have one game folder, one game folder. So let's get rid of them. Open up Rembrandt. Now you'll notice Rembrandt doesn't come with a series or a cache folder, but it generates one the first time you run it. A lot of them are like that. They only give you 3. Some of them give you 4. So, and you'll see they populate right there. I can delete this. This is Rembrandt. I can delete this. Don't need it anymore. I'm going to minimize this. And Was there anything else that you may think would be pertinent to add? Because I did install Vivid Landscapes. Okay, it's the all-in-one right here. The unofficial patch, Obsidian, and enhanced lights, engine fixes, obviously, SKSE, and then ELFX itself is right here. So like I said, I just made a quick test profile to do this. Let me just shut off this so I'm not getting pinged constantly. I need... Oh, that could be it. Alright, well, let me add that in. Food, water, and sleep. Okay. Which I already have. It should... well... no, because I don't have it in my game, that's right. So you took the full... did you take the extended? And... are you running... well, I don't have Noble installed, so I don't know. You're running Vivid Landscapes. I'm assuming you don't have Noble or Nordic. Because you said you had no snow. You took the extended for the lumps of snow, right? That's this one here. Okay, so let me install this. And this is gonna go right there. This is gonna go, I need goes above its extended ESP, and then alt start will go at the bottom. Like this, just like this. Well, ELFX is gonna go beneath I need. I'm also gonna need the SMIM patch for enhanced lights. It should be unofficial here. Okay. So this is this. So enhanced lights and effects. ELFX SMIM patch. You do have static mesh, right? That's okay. Well, here, let me leave it off. I'll leave it off. I'll do a base test here. So let me run this. It's going to take a second. And let me shut this off. What's OBS doing? Alright, it's going to go black screen for a second here on you. Not responding. Yeah, it's because it's loading into EMB. That's normal. The full I need. Yeah, that's okay. The extended version is compatible with everything. It just, there's the other two options. One if you're running Noble, and then one if you're running Nordic Snow. But with no snow, don't worry about it. And if you have Vivid instead of Noble, you're fine. So I'm curious too to see, because what I think is going on is because the EMB itself hasn't been updated in 2 years, even though it says version 0.345 up, there have been changes with EMB dev itself. Let's do a new character here. I'm not going to have any of my nice funky anything, so we'll do a Nord. Oh wow, I can't even. Alright, okay. So this should be nice and easy. We will start.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
Wow, that's kind of loud. System. Settings. Audio. Let's turn the master halfway. Okay. And about where were you when you saw that, or was it? Do you know what hold you were in, or anything? And I'll kind of try and start around there just to see. Oh yeah, I have to. Oh yeah, I can't hit it now. Okay.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
Let's say I was. Oh boy. We'll say a patron at a local inn, and I'll go somewhere in the north, just above Relbathar. All right, so we'll start at
Which
Windhelm.
inn are you a patron of?
Candlehearth.
Even the lowest among us can rise to greatness.
Okay.
Welcome. Oh, let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean cup.
Wow. Actions I need.
Around here.
This is so different. Options. Needs. Rates. I have to literally do everything by. We'll turn all this off. I don't want to die. Change the save back. Exit.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean cup around here. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Power of the ancient Nord art. Believe.
Oh wow, they start you off with a lot. Okay. That's just so my needs are met.
It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
Whoa.
Beware, the dragonborn comes. For the darkness has
That's...
passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the dragonborns come.
Oh yeah, I can see the difference. Okay.
We drink to our youth, to the day.
I swear what you sent thugs after me.
You come here where you're not wanted.
Oh my god, look at Windhelm.
Pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse
I can
to
collect
help
snow
the
from
strong
there.
folks.
Okay. Let's go outside.
We haven't taken a side because there's no...
Just toggle God mode on. So yeah, these are the I need compatible snow piles. Let's so you said you were by Relbathar, which should be right here. Just a little bit. We'll go a little bit north. Hey, wind. Alright. I do need some fighting equipment, you know? Gave me an iron mace, and I don't like that hat.
Now ain't this a surprise?
I want his stuff. And of course an axe. We have to put an axe on. So let's get the iron armor, iron boots, gauntlets. Alright, let's get the flock out of here. I got an arrow in the knee. I can't jump. Okay. So yeah, so with vivid landscapes, and we're heading north here. Oh, it feels really weird not to be able to jump. So yeah, these are the snow mounds that I need ads in. So just north, I would assume. Now, they're not the snow ones that you can collect snow from, right? I mean, these ones stand out. You can always see these. But this is just Vivid by itself. Vivid or vanilla snow. Let's see if we find any that look like that. This should be, yeah. This is all I need right here. Let's just head north. We'll go to that side. Killing some wolves. It's an interesting EMB. It's light. It's very, very light. Oh yeah, you could tell. Like, that's vanilla lighting. Yeah, it's a nice EMB. It's not bad. Ooh. Whoa, look at that. You see that? Hold on. Only when I go into third person. Alright, it's gone now. Yeah, no. Unless that's a no, that's... See that? See that shadow over the... Depending on... That's how I turn. Yeah, see it? There it is. And it goes away. But it's following me. So... piles like this are normal. Right, that's just vanilla snow with whatever Vivid does itself. Let's look a little further north here. Oh, so shit, south of Ralbathar then, because that's north would have been this way. So you're up on the mountain. Okay, I'll go back. Yeah, it's, well, what I think it is I think it's the
Picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Don't bring a dagger to an axe fight. Take your hunting bow. They have like radar. This is crazy.
You'll be so much easier to roll when you're
Off my hill. Okay. Let's head up. Let's yeah, see, there it is. Yeah, I have nothing else. I have nothing else installed. Just that's weird. Yeah, this is, so there's the mountain. See, this is about as north as we can get. Feeling a bit fatigued. Yeah. Let's where's Ralbathar? So you're like up in this area here. Okay. We'll head up. I've never used this EMB, so, you know, learning experience. Alright, so you'd be somewhere around here. Okay. Pretty close to my map marker, too. Yeah, I mean, because Vivid's supposed to look like this. Whereas the vanilla... Jeez. Whereas the vanilla game snow is kind of flat. This at least adds a little... Whoa. Adds a little depth to it. Let's get to the top of the mountain. There's not much else, is there? Get to the top. Alright. Alright. It's interesting. It's got like a haze over it. But if you go over here and you look at the snow, right? So whatever Vivid does to it, like, is this type of pattern, right? So, but it's also got to account for the vanilla game. So stuff like this is normal, but what I was seeing from you is like a perfect triangle. Cause this is Vivid's here. Hi Fox. Let's see if there's anywhere else. I mean, the snow's gonna be the snow regardless of where you go. Aside if unless it says like snow roads. So let's look down here. Yeah. See? I mean, it kinda does, but it kinda doesn't at the same time. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm gonna... here, let me... Crap. Let me make an actual save here. Okay, let me quit out. I'm gonna do a couple things here. First, I'm gonna let you see my screen. Next, we are going to add real ice and snow. I don't think there's any other patches. Yep. I want to see if this makes any sort of difference. Meshes, everything looks good. Okay. And we're going to activate this. We're going to put this... This is going to... You can see it's overriding the terrain noise from Vivid. And then from here, it's okay where it's at. So we have the weather, the landscape, the needs, and the snow. And this can actually go above there. That's not going to matter. It's going to tell you the same thing. ELFX, Nordic Skeleton, Bone Dirt. So these are totally something different. Okay. And then we are going to run it. I'm going to display capture on. Hey, Mike. Yeah, just a little bit of testing here for Strudel. How you been? Well, he's we're gonna continue his story, but I ran into an issue with Undeath itself, and right now there's no fix. So you can see what Real Ice and Snow does to it. Smooths things out a lot. Where you still have the hump, I don't know, you can see the reticle in the center there. And when I turn around, it's going to be the same way, but this mound instead of having, and this is the one that I was telling Wind about yesterday or the day before. It's probably the most underrated snow mod, right? And now stuff like this is what turns people off from it. You could see it's under a rocky embankment, sort of, right? But this is like what you'd consider ice or hardened snow. But if you look back at the little patch here, right, this is gone. The hump is essentially smoothed where my reticle is there. Instead of being jagged, it looks kind of like, you know, you went over it just enough and it smoothed everything out. Now the other issue people have with this ice, this is with the EMB on. If I turn it off, this is with no EMB, right? So with the EMB on, obviously. And then these are going to be, see how that would have been the 4 points? I can see them because I know what I'm looking at here, right? But you see how it smoothed it right out? So it's a lot less noticeable. You'd walk right past that unless you were looking for it. And then this should be the, yep, collect snow. So this is from I Need, and you can see what it does to I Need. It turns it into snow. Now I'm just using this one as an example. Let's see if there's another good spot. Probably over this way a little bit. Let's go this way. Why I don't have God mode on, right? Do I? God mode enabled. Okay. I don't want to be fighting Croesus with the. So you can kind of see. It makes it nice and soft, but at the same time you could tell it's not nice as fluffy, maybe. But I think it looks better than Nordic. And it adds a little bit of coloring to it as well. Things like this, if you look straight down on it, you can see the mesh itself from the snow. If you look at it normally like this as you're walking, it's usually fine. Now that I'm pointing it out, you can see it. That's just the mesh itself. You can see where it combines. And now that I'm pointing it out, it's obviously, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Very noticeable words I'm looking for. Yep. But without a snow mod, it would be even worse. Like stuff like this. You can see how it smoothed it ever so slightly. And what it is it's adjustments in the landscape. You're going up and down and up and down. And the snow is trying to compensate for that. It's also the base game. The base game is just like what do you call it? I'm trying to think of a word here. Or words that I'm looking for and I can't. I'm just yeah. So without it, like if I save here and I take off real ice and snow, this will become what you were showing me. Or any snow mod. It's, you know, not just that. Wow, that's... Is this what Vivid does too? For the landscape? Look at that. That's not bad. It's interesting. Huh. The hell is detecting me? Oh, I woke the bastard up. Did he summon? He did. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you think about it, base game, um, Vivid does a lot that I like, but there's a lot that I'm not 100% sold on. So like if I, here, let's see, make another, wow, I have to get used to this. Save. Save over to, okay. So let's quit out. Okay. Let me re-enable this. Where is mod organizer here? So if I take out real ice and snow, um, if you add, well, if you add a snow mod, no, it's not going to break anything. Um, if you look here, I'll show you in the files here. It's meshes and textures. You can add these and take these out as you want. Terrain, there's the noise terrain texture, right? Landscape, grass, roads, trees. See, the structure is a little bit odd because normally they pack them a little bit. So these are all loose files. Let's see. Grass, snow, dirt, snow, trees. So this would be the roads. So if you're using blended roads, the roads folder, you'd probably want to hide this entire folder. I believe you can go right into the file tree here. Textures, landscape, roads. See how there's these two. So anytime you're running the mod blended roads, if there is a snow mod, the roads folder that has these two, Roto1 snow, the texture, the .dds, and the normal map. But if you don't run it, don't worry about it. But this has all of your, right? So the lot is for the obvious, this snowberries thicket. And then grass, this is the ice grass and the snow grass. Now I'm not saying you have to use this one. Meshes are the same thing for the landscape, ice. It's literally just snow and ice mesh. That's all it is. But yeah, any snow mod on top of it, even with Vortex, no matter what snow mod you use, just place it right underneath your landscape mod. It'll overwrite it. If it says conflicts, I believe Vortex has an option. It'll say fix it. but I'm not sure in this case that's even going to be an issue. I just think that placing it below Vivid Landscapes will, it'll use whatever snow mod you decide to use. Personally, I'd probably recommend Fluffy Snow, but I know there's a couple patches that go along with it as well as a couple things that you need to do, um, especially if you're running ELFX, so meshes and all that. Um, but my worry though is that when you go back and wow, okay, let's see. So when you go back to the EMB itself, right, this is what concerned me. This hasn't been updated since the 30th of December of 2018. Now I get that it says requirements EMB 3.045 and above. Well, if I open this up to news, to downloads, to SE, I can't even find that file in here. It's not here. So I know it says above, but what I'm saying is that these current this current version 3.095, we're now up to 412. It'll tell you have different things that have been altered, right? So something that may have been done in and around the time that this version here was done may or may not be a similar file or supported by the newest version of EMB, which is why all EMB authors are encouraged to update when Boris does. So like he's up to 412, and he tells you now if none of these things would take effect, then you probably don't need the latest version of the EMB, or you can run an older EMB with an older version number. But anytime I see this, when it's this far out and this one hasn't been updated, that's why we were all on worried about what was going on with Fireman, because we'd received several updates for EMB itself, and he hadn't updated any of his EMBs, and then within the span of less than a week, all of his EMBs were current. And then I think another actual EMB update to 412 instead of 409, which is what I'm running, which you can't even see here anymore. That's the only other thing I could think of. So what I would say is try a snow mod on top of it. Just place it right below Vivid Landscapes, or somewhere lower in the load order, right? Because most snow mods don't come with the plugin, so you don't have to worry about that. I used Re-Release Snow as an example, but you saw how it smoothed out what looked to be kind of like a pyramid, but the angles were all nice and smooth. You could still kind of tell. I mean, we're adding on to a base game here that's 9 years old. Alright, so the combo on your machine that worked fine yesterday suddenly didn't today. So that whole thing that you showed me wasn't there yesterday, and nothing was changed? Because if that's the case, I'm scratching my head. I don't have an answer for you. I wish I did. I've seen screwy things happen, but, yeah. So, alright, so in the interim, what you saw me do with the folder, see how now there's a cache folder? So these were the 3 that I installed, but now there's a cache folder, so I'm going to have to delete this, this, and this. when I go back to reinstall semi-realist. You always have to, if you're going to try a different EMB, these four have to go before you could. Now what people were doing is they would just take the new EMB and they would overwrite these, but there's lingering files, so these have to just get kicked out, like delete them, get them off your machine, right? Especially, like, you know, the cache is the one that's generated. You can see here, right, the data. 52.6 megabytes. So I have to actually delete these myself because I can't have them on. Go back. And I'll just do a quick install for myself for Cathedral. See how Fireman always comes here to gives you the cache folder there, which is nice. And there they are, installed. I didn't take any optional anything else with mine, and I went with the performance. Nice and easy. Light on my system. What was I doing here? Let's go to downloads. Let's go to, let me delete this off my machine here. So I didn't have I need real sick needs, any of these. Remove mod. Yes. So then test pro, I can go back to Dremora image. Delete uninstalled. Yes. Plugins, just I have to double check all my stuff here to make sure everything is the way that it's supposed to be. Yes. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's Vivid that's making it look like that, because I've seen Vanilla Snow, and Vanilla Snow doesn't look like that. But I don't run Vivid, so I'm not 100% sure if I've ever come across like a snow pattern. Probably the best way to say that, a snow pattern that looks like that. If I'm honestly gonna say your best bet, really, add a good snow mod and go. Just make sure those other settings that Rembrandt, if you are sticking with Rembrandt, just make sure those other adjustments are tweaked. Other than that, reach out to the mod author, see if they can update to the newest version, because I really think that that's on a very old, outdated EMB version. And all it is they'll be taking Boris's newest files and adjusting their EMB accordingly and making an update for it. That's all. Because if something in there has changed, then even one little thing could potentially cause it to do that. Did you? So, but you haven't run it with an EMB either. So you needed those files. I wish I had a better answer. I mean, it's not game breaking. It's not causing a crash. It's just it looks odd. So I would say, I mean, if this was me, I would put a good snow mod. I would add a really good snow mod. That's actually why I put real ice and snow in, because I looked at vivid snow and I was like, nope, can't do it. Um, the top one's Nordic fluffy. Real ice and snow does a little bit more, but it may not be like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Um, the T4G snows. Let me see if I could show you some of his real quick. Oh, jeez. It's usually under Cathedral Snow. Where's T4G? He's the one that does the underground mod and pretty much everything else. Cathedral Snow has its own. This is standalone. I like that one too. There's RIS. Get Snow. Where is it? I don't like Hyperbian. I tried it on one character and it was just, it looked plasticky. Too plasticky. John Rose's snow is the best snow I've seen. It's just, it's within Skyland itself. Hands down, he's got the best snow that I've seen. The most realistic looking. But it's, and he won't separate it from Skyland. People have asked him, and he won't do it. I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. Can't find it. Where is it? I probably passed it. Thought it was called Sparkling Snow or something. Nope. Okay. So, I don't know. I can't find it. Fluffy, Nordic, Cathedral. I mean, there's a few other smaller ones that don't have as nice a look, but they're lightweight. So, I'd say yeah, cover it with the nice snow. So. But yeah, yeah, no, I wanted to see what it was. Like I said, um, it looked to me that at least in that last spot there, it kind of seemed like what you were showing me here. For where is it? Yep, this. So, but mine definitely wasn't pronounced like this. 'Cause this, I mean, this is you can't miss this. And this is the same general spot and a few more. You could never have too many footprints in the snow. But see here it actually looks good with whatever else you had going. See yours look better. I'm just, like I said, I was just doing a base test. You have more mods installed than I do. Well, on my test profile. That's why it looks better. But this is definitely noticeable. Right here. So. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I was looking at the time. I'm like, do I have time to stream? And I'm looking. It's like, no. It's like 1:45 in the morning, and I'm still troubleshooting that issue that I had. So obviously not tonight. So that's Vanilla Snow. Well, doesn't Vivid cover Snow? Because this is the all-in-one. Let's see. Textures. Clutter. Bones, ruins, dungeons. No, it doesn't look like it. Nordic. Landscape, dirt, grass, mines, mountains, pine forest, slot, smim, just the metalworks for the drawbridge, ruins, dungeons, terrain, noise, TDS. And these are all the Tamriel object LODs. Okay. So yeah, no snow. I could have sworn this mod covered snow, but it's a small file. For missing snow on LOD objects. You don't have this update file installed, do you? Because it looks like it needs this one. And this one would just get merged with the main file. Because it's an update. The second one meaning the LOD correction. Yeah, I don't have this one in either, but it looks like this one needs it because it's for version 1.0. Wow, Vivid hasn't been updated in forever. Look at that. But I heard Hein was coming back to update all of his mods. So that's a good sign. This was as recent as 2 days ago, I believe. If you go to, where is it? On the main page here. I could have sworn popular 30 days. I could have sworn, where did I see it? I don't know. It was here. I know I'm not going crazy. I know I saw it. But yeah, he had an update, and then I guess he was coming back to update the rest of the mods. So oh, the second picture you posted was Vanilla Snow on Vivid. Oh, okay. So that's this one. Yeah. Well, this is Vanilla Snow on Vivid too, though, isn't it? Because you said you're not running a snow mod. It just this looks like this. This doesn't. But this is also a different area. This is at an angle. I'm sure there's anomalies in the game that are like that. It could just be the base game. So yeah, let me get out of EMB. I don't think there's anything else here. This is my saves. We are going to delete these 5, 6. The autosave. Okay, good. Get them out of here. First picture had the EMB on. It's so hard to tell. It almost looks like the EMB's on in this one. But it's also brighter snow. You saw what happened when I turned the EMB off with the snow mod. Without the shader adjustments or nothing like that. So, yeah. Like I said, if it was an EMB I was more familiar with, I'd probably have a better answer for you, but unfortunately. Could just be an anomaly, could just be that one. So if you come across another one, let me know. Like, post it up or like send me a DM. But that's all I got tonight, guys. Just like I said, quick test to see. Definitely, just like I said, recommendation. Get a snow mod that you like, and just place it right below Vivid Landscapes. I thought Vivid handled snow. That's why I was surprised. I'm like, oh, but all right. So I'm off. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming again. Um, I'm gonna try to troubleshoot the floor issue. I know they said it's XP32, and then some guy said that there was a workaround, but I have to add a different mod in, and I don't like doing that mid-game, especially one that alters the perk trees. So that's a no-go. So I have a good night, Wind. So what's today? 26th? Thursday? Yeah. I don't know. If I get it sorted, we'll go the path of Lichdom. If we don't, if I don't get it sorted, continue on as a mage. I want to keep playing the character. So the character's not broken. Just his lich form is. That's why I did that little test earlier today. I was hopeful for that. But even if he doesn't, like I said, all it's gonna do is just cause me to throw out about 15 to 18 pages of writing. That's all. So it's not a big loss. I could easily improvise 15 to, well, it's right around 18 pages to be honest, worth of writing. But I could improvise that on the go if I need to. As him just a mage. The other thing I did notice about that too was that when I did toggle the free cam on, so I was able to cast his spells. They didn't use any magicka, which tells me that Vancian magic also affects it, which kind of sucks for that type of character. You want your magicka to regen. You don't want to have a magic limitation. So I think it's almost a good thing that that particular thing happened with him. So, other than that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. I may take a day off. I'm gonna work on my own mod, or one of my shelved mods. I was talking about this earlier, so I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get up and break out this creation kit. Finally get to do stuff that I've been planning to do ever since I decided to help a mod author that constantly begs for things. Anyway, guys, it's late. No coffee for me. You guys enjoy yourself, and I will see you later. Bye.